Imagine checking your home security camera and seeing someone you don't know standing in your hallway. Now imagine that when police arrive, they find no broken windows, no forced locks, and no one inside. But the footage shows that they never left. This is the bone-chilling reality of the case of the Frogger in the Daniel LaPlante saga, a story that proves that the most terrifying thing in your house might be the person you didn't know that was living there. In 1986, a family in Townsend, Massachusetts began noticing small, odd occurrences. A glass of milk left on a counter that no one remembered pouring. Furniture shifted a few inches. The television channel changed while someone was in the kitchen. Most people would blame a ghost of their own memory, but the truth was far more visceral. Living inside the narrow cavities of their walls, literally between the studs and beyond the drywall, was a 17-year-old boy. And he wasn't just hiding, he was observing. He had created a network of crawl spaces that allowed him to move from the basement to the attic without ever stepping a foot into the hallway. The terror peaked when the family's daughters were home alone. They began hearing a rhythmic thumping coming from inside their walls. When they looked at a bedroom wall, they saw the wallpaper rippling. Suddenly, a figure emerged from a tiny concealed panel, dressed in a bizarre costume and holding a weapon. He didn't just want to take their belongings, he wanted to terrorize their minds. He forced the family into a bathroom, locking them away while he reclaimed his house. When the father returned home and managed to chase the intruder into the basement, the boy seemingly vanished into thin air. Police searched the home for hours, finding nothing. It wasn't until a stray piece of clothing was seen poking out from a small gap behind a heavy cabinet that they discovered the internal labyrinth. He had been living in there for weeks, eating their food, watching them sleep, and listening to their private conversations inches away. But the most unsettling part of this story, this was just the beginning. After being caught, his obsession didn't fade, it just darkened. He eventually escaped custody and returned to the same neighborhood to commit an even more unthinkable act against another family. It serves as a haunting reminder that a locked door only works if the threat is on the outside. Sometimes the shadow you see out of the corner of your eye isn't a trick of light, it's a roommate you never invited in.